easy for them?
Well, still looking at the Premier League, and of course our last bid for you this weekend from the Premier League here in Nigeria. Lobby Stars looks like there's no way for them. They might just drop, because just this weekend they dropped all 3 points again, incidentally at home against Ikorodu City. Ikorodu City beat them by 1-0. They've changed coaches. They've moved from one venue to the other, looking for a proper. But it looks like it's going to be very difficult for them. They are the number 20th team in the Premier League here in Nigeria, and of course, you know, at least 4 of these teams will drop at the end of the season.
I think for me, everything is bad now with Lobby Stars. Nothing is working. The management is not working. The manager on board is not, you know, motivated. The players are also not motivated. The last game before this weekend, that was the game against Academy Warriors. We got to report that a member of the board or for the team, talking about Mr. Harry Nyachi, got some amount of cash, you know, from the governor, you know, to motivate the players. He came into the team, gave the players the money, and when they lost the game as against Academy Warriors, he came back and took the money back, you know, from them. And the players were all fighting. There were all arguments, you know, among them. And for me, if you take a look at all of this going on, it further dampens the morale of the players. It further weakens the, you know, the morale of the players, and as well this, you know, the team spirit. So for me, I think everything is going, you know, the outside at the moment. You know,
Lobby Stars, no doubt, the last team on the Premier League in Nigeria for now. Let's see whether they can move a bit, but I doubt whether they can escape relegation. Teams that we told you will drop at the end of the season. Enough of the Premier League football here in Nigeria. Let's go across to the continent, where the Flamingos, yes, that's what the Nigerian 17 national women football team is called, only this weekend beat their counterparts from South Africa by 3-1. But Tawa of South Africa roundly beaten, and of course that shows that the Nigerian girls winning away is now closer to getting a FIFA Under-17 Women World Cup ticket. How close are they to the tickets for next year's World Cup?
I think very close, very close. The second leg, of course, will actually cement everything, because they're going to play that one at home, I think at the Moshood Villa National Stadium. And for me, getting 3 goals, you know, winning away from home, 3-1, you take a look at the margin, it just speaks a lot of volume against a South African side. Of course, you understand how, you know, football development has been so far in South Africa. So for the Under-17 team of Nigeria to beat a South African Under-17 side, you definitely know that, of course, they are much, you know, better. And I think for me, it's actually an inspiration, especially to the likes of the Super Eagles of Nigeria, and as well as the Super Cons, who has found it difficult, of course, to beat South Africa, you know, for some time now. I think they can pick inspiration from this. But for the Under-17 girls, I think, of course, they're just a step to picking the World Cup tickets.
Well, they have to begin to round up the show this weekend, but our focus again should be on the German Bundesliga. This weekend we have very few matches in the league. In Premiership, of course, we had Liverpool cement their position because of that 3-1 win over their counterpart Southampton, a basement team in the Premier League. And so no big news coming that much, apart from Salah, of course, that has made history. But let's look at the German Bundesliga. Bayern Leverkusen playing at home against Werder Bremen were roundly beaten by 2-0, a top club side in the German Bundesliga. Then Bayern Munich as well. Leverkusen, we told you, lost to Werder Bremen by 2-0. Bayern Munich, the top team in the German Bundesliga, playing at home, were beaten by Bochum. Yes, WVL Bochum beat them by 3-2. That's another top side. Then Borussia Dortmund, another top side in the German Bundesliga, playing at home, was beaten at home by Augsburg by 1-0. What has happened to the top club sides, top teams in the German Bundesliga this weekend?
For Bayern Munich and Bayer Leverkusen, I'm very surprised. But for Borussia Dortmund, I'm not surprised, because they've not been fantastic. They are sitting 10th on the Bundesliga table. But for Bayern Munich, I'm surprised that Bochum, that are seated 16 on the log, fighting in relegation, actually beats them after having a very impressive performance in the UEFA Champions League against Bayer Leverkusen, you know, this midweek. So
Mohamed Salah for coming third on the highest goal scoring list for the entire history of Liverpool. Oh, will it be the man from Serbia, Nikola Jokic, who has emerged as the first player in the entire history, nearly 80 years history of the NBA, to scoring plus 30 goals, plus 30 points, and let's say triple figures, double figures in the triple. He scored plus 30 in points, 20 rebounds, and of 20 in assists. Who will you choose, Mohamed Salah or Nikola Jokic?
Difficult at this point in time, but I want to go for Mohamed Salah. Yes,
because you are African and he's an African.
Let me go for Mohamed Salah. It's not easy to score 242 goals, in the space of 8 years, playing, scoring in different tournaments. Not easy as an African player, as still having or getting the accolade, of course, you deserve. So,
congratulations to Mohamed Salah for being the third highest goal scorer in the entire history of Liverpool FC. He scored 242 goals in 390 games for the team. It doesn't come easy. He has scored in virtually all of the competitions he has played. In the Champions League, 45 goals. He's played 181 goals in the Premier League. Scored many more in the Emirates Cup and the Carabao Cup, not forgetting the Europa Cup as well. So the man is prolific by all standards. We just hope that this is scoring fit. When I just give him another year of a contract in Liverpool. If not, he could be going to Saudi Arabia. And that will be it for this edition of Sports Extraordinary for this weekend. I'm very sure next weekend it will be even more bumpier and of course a happier one for you. But for now, enjoy the rest of the program here on Atlantic Television Network.
The board, management and staff of Morrison Media Group presents the 2020